Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about how to stop food throwing. In the very first video on this series, we talked about reasons why kids are motivated to throw food. Today we're going to talk about how to stop food throwing. And the first most important thing is to not give it any attention. So if they're throwing food, do your very best to ignore it. Well, okay. Now you have a house or a wall full of food. What do? Well, one of the other things that you can do is make sure that you bring your child to the table. And if they're at the table with you, they're less likely to have places to throw the food. And they're more engaged in the family meal, so they won't feel left out and they won't feel like they have to throw food. The other thing is to give them a plate that's secure on the table, and only give them small pieces, maybe even one at a time. And when they eat that one, then they can have another one when you know that they've chewed and swallowed it. And that way they're less likely to throw things away. The other thing you can do is teach them, if they don't want a certain food, give them a no thank you bowl that they can put the food in, and you can manually, hand over hand, if they throw something, you can take that plate away and hand over hand tell them no thank you, no thank you, no thank you, as they put the food into the no thank you bowl. And they may not have the language yet. They may be too young to say no thank you, but they also may be able to do that. So if it is something that they can do, or you're just cueing them to say no thank you, or to just place things that they don't want in that bowl. The other thing that you can do is get the dog out of the room, because it's really motivating to feed the dog and see the dog is eating food out of your hand, or you're throwing it and the dog's running to go get it. That's another really good way to extinguish that behavior. Just get rid of the dog, put them in another room or whatever. They can come and clean up after dinner, but don't have them at the dinner time. The other thing to do is try to say, if you don't want something, put it here. Try not to say don't throw, because what sometimes kids hear is throw, and then you're just throwing and throwing. So those are a couple ideas of what you can do. Bring your child up to the family meal so that they're more included and less likely to throw. Move the dog or whomever likes to scrounge around on the floor and pick up the scraps, so that's less motivating. Try not to put any attention. It's really hard. Do not put any attention to the throwing. Otherwise, you can negatively use negative reinforcement and reinforce that behavior. And the other thing is, keep the amount on your child's plate, or if they throw the plate, just put it on the table or put it on the tray. Not a big deal. They don't have to have a plate. Give them one piece at a time, and when that food is gone, they can have another piece. And that's a great way to stop the food from flying around in your house, because I know that's not so much fun. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.